In Egypt's land, where Pharaoh reigns, God's voice was heard in wrathful strains. A warning sent, a call to heed, but Pharaoh's heart refused to concede. With staff in hand, Moses declared, a storm would come, Egypt be spared. The skies grew dark, the thunder roared, God's judgment came, his power restored. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath the sky. Like fire from above, a scene of chaos, not of love. The crops were crushed, the fields laid bare, Egypt's heart in deep despair. Pharaoh's plea to end the storm, but once again his heart was torn. His promises like dust and wind, Egypt's suffering would not rescind. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath the sky. The skies are filled with fire and ice, a warning clear, a sacrifice. Yet Pharaoh's heart remained like stone, a nation's fate was not his own. The people groaned, their spirits low, in hail and fire their fears did grow. But Moses stood with faith unwavering, God's power known, his justice savoring. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath the palace walls heard Pharaoh's plea, release them now, let them go free. But once the storm had ceased to rage, his heart grew cold, his soul a cage. Through every plague, a message sent to free his people, that was meant. Pharaoh's throne in chaos found, a nation's fate by plague unbound. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath the sky. Fields laid waste, trees stripped bare, hail and fire filled the air. Egypt's riches turned to dust, Pharaoh's pride turned to rust. From Pharaoh's lips a plea once more, let this torment end, I implore. But stubborn hearts will never bend until the final bitter end. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath the sky. Every storm a lesson clear, God's might and power strong and near. Pharaoh's heart, though cold as ice, could not withstand God's sacrifice. The people cried, their spirits torn, in Egypt's night a new day born. For through the hail and fire's blaze, a path to freedom God's will display. The hailstorm ceased, but left its mark, in Egypt's land a nation stark. But Moses knew the journey ahead would lead them where God's people fled. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath. In Egypt's land, where Pharaoh reigns, God's voice was heard in a wrathful strains. A warning sent, a call to heed, but Pharaoh's heart refused to concede. With staff in hand, Moses declared, a storm would come, Egypt be spared. The skies grew dark, the thunder roared, God's judgment came, his power restored. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plight, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, in hail and fire beneath the sky. The hailstones fell like fire from above, a scene of chaos, not of love. The crops were crushed, the fields laid bare, Egypt's heart in deep despair. Pharaoh's plea to end the storm, but once again his heart was torn. His promises like dust in wind, Egypt's suffering would not rescind. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plague, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, and hail and fire beneath the sky. Filled with fire and ice, a warning clear, a sacrifice. If Pharaoh's heart remained like stone, a nation's fate was not his own. The people groaned, their spirits low. In hail and fire their fears did grow. But Moses stood with faith unwavering, God's power known, his justice savoring. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plague, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, and hail and fire beneath the sky. Pharaoh heard Pharaoh's plea, release them now, let them go free. But once the storm had ceased to rage, his heart grew cold, his soul a cage. Through every plague a message sent to free his people that was meant. Pharaoh's throne in chaos found, a nation's fate by plague unbound. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plague, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, and hail and fire beneath the sky. The waste trees stripped bare, hail and fire filled the air. Egypt's riches turned to dust, Pharaoh's pride turned to rust. From Pharaoh's lips a plea once more, let the torment end, I implore. But stubborn hearts will never bend until the final bitter end. Hailstorm of destruction, Egypt's plague, God's wrath displayed in blinding light. With every stone a nation's cry, and hail and fire beneath the sky. Every storm a lesson clear, God's might and power strong and near. Pharaoh's heart, though cold as ice, could not withstand God's sacrifice. The people cried, their spirits torn. In Egypt's night, a new day born. For through the hail and fire's blaze, a path to freedom God's will displays. The hailstorm ceased, but left its mark. In Egypt's land, a nation stark. But Moses knew the journey ahead would lead them where God's people fled. The palace walls heard Pharaoh's plea, release them now, let them go free. But once the storm had ceased to rage, his